The voicemail that ended everything was only 7 seconds long. My name is Sofia Reyes, 32, and I spend my days stress testing financial models for a private equity firm in Seattle. I can predict market crashes, liquidity traps, even insider fraud. But nothing in my career armored me against the message that landed on a rainy Thursday while I microwaved leftover pho. My father's voice, flat as a foreclosure notice: "Sophia, we're done. You're no longer part of this family. Don't contact us again. We're moving forward without you." Click. No anger. No tears. Just a clean severance. For a moment the kitchen spun. Then the analyst in me took over. I sent one text: "Understood." And I moved faster than they ever expected. Within 40 minutes I'd fortified every exposure in the family trust I'd designed from the ground up, the one funding our vacation cabin, the downtown retail building, and the new 4-unit we were days from closing. I revoked my guarantees on their loans, required my countersignature on every wire, and emailed the escrow officer: "Remove me entirely from the purchase." By the time my soup was cold, every financial bridge they'd taken for granted now had me standing in the middle of it. I assumed they'd accept the silence. Instead, the backlash exploded. The next morning, 73 missed calls. Pleading texts from Mom, it was said in anger. "We didn't mean it." A clipped voicemail from their trust attorney: "Sophia, this situation is urgent. Return my call today." I smiled over black coffee. The emergency wasn't my departure. It was the leverage I'd quietly retained. At work, my colleague Marcus noticed me staring through my monitor. "You okay?" I gave him the short version. He exhaled sharply. "They do realize you basically are the trust, right?" Then the narrative shifted. Texts from aunts: "Heard you're struggling with burnout." From my godmother: "Take time for your health, Mija." The word overwhelmed floated everywhere, wrapped in concern. One person stayed radio silent: my younger sister, Lila. The one who'd been between opportunities since her lifestyle blog imploded. The one suddenly obsessed with optimizing the trust structure at every family gathering. The dots connected like a fraud pattern I'd flagged 100 times. Lila needed cash flow. She'd been planting stories: Sophia's cracking. Sophia's possessive with the money. Sophia hinted she might walk away entirely. All while steering our parents toward a flashy new estate planner who'd already circulated drafts adding her as co-trustee, with forged approvals in my name. When Lila finally surfaced, it was fury: "You're destroying everything. Locking accounts? Torpedoing the 4-unit? Mom's crying because of you." I didn't reply. Instead I emailed her formally: "Any attempt to alter trust interests, simulate my consent, or misstate my intentions will be treated as potential fraud." CC'd both planners, escrow, and counsel. The smear intensified. Lila's veiled captions about toxic control and breaking free from financial captivity. Sympathy poured in. Cousins checked on my well-being. I built a timeline instead of a defense. Receipts, draft documents with phony signatures, ride records disproving her fabricated heart-to-heart in a car that never happened. Every lie, time-stamped. Mom finally begged: 10 minutes. Just us. Please. I agreed, on one condition: all 4 of us in person, no phones tomorrow night. I walked into their kitchen carrying a thick accordion file. Lila sat rigid at the island, clutching a glass of water like a shield. Parents looked hollow on the breakfast bench. Dad spoke first. "Lila, tell Sophia what you told us." Lila lifted her chin. "You said you were tired of bankrolling everyone. That you wanted sole control and might cut ties. You were unraveling." "Where?" I asked calmly. "Driving home from Bella Notte." I slid across the granite, her solo rideshare receipt, my parking stub across the city. Different cars. No conversation. Try again. Silence stretched. Mom whispered, "Lila, why?" She teared up. "I thought I was helping. Protecting you from her burnout." I laid out the rest: counterfeit consents, emails painting my exit as a breakdown, captions branding me the villain. One by one, Her fabrications collapsed under evidence. Dad rubbed his temples. Mom reached for my hand, eyes wet. We were wrong. We're so sorry. Lila stood abruptly. This is ridiculous. I'm not staying for this ambush. Then leave, I said quietly. But the trust stays exactly as I structured it. Your access remains frozen until I decide otherwise. The door shut hard behind her. I didn't offer immediate forgiveness. But I left the door cracked, for truth, not manipulation. Real justice isn't destruction. It's illumination, exposing the scheme, protecting what you built, and letting the schemers stare at the fortress they almost stole. Because the person they tried to erase? She still holds every key. And she's in no hurry to hand them over.